the word polyphony, you probably all know what it is, but I figured the root of the word and taking it apart is quite interesting. Poly, we know the word poly, it means many, and phonos is sound. So that's exactly what it is, many sounds. That's the simple core and is of this beautiful music that all of you who are here love. That's what it is, and we're going to go a little bit into it, even though many of you probably have heard. I mean, all of you probably have heard, but some of you have also sung polyphonic music. We're going to go into it. On the contrast to it is monophony, or also monody, mono one, and phonos again, sound. So how this developed, it started with the one melody, and obviously for us, Gregorian chant would have been, but we're going to start with something that you all sang as children. So probably all of you can sing this, right? You're going to try? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So whoever had seen that written down? Nobody, right? Nobody writes this down. Anyway, now let's try a little bit. Can the women just sing that? I think we can. Gentlemen, you may listen. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. That's great. We've got good singers here. Gentlemen, would you like your fewer? But can you do it? Well, go.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Very good. So what we did in the very beginning, singing women and men together, that is actually already the beginning of polyphony. Because we are singing on two different pitches, right? You just sang in the low octave and we sang in the female octave, which is an octave higher. I'm going to walk you through a couple of techniques. Oh well, we're going to do two groups. Who wants to be first? Group one is red, group two is blue. The guys want to be first, so you have to stop off the stream. And ladies, we are blue, we come in with Mary. And the gentlemen, let us finish. Guys, and
row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So that is antiphony. We're in dialogue with each other. Antiphony, it's still monody because we're having kind of one thing going on. We can also do it quicker. Ladies, start. We're red now. Guys, you're blue. And row, row, row your boat
gently down the stream.
Merrily, 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 merrily,
life is but a dream.
So that's a different way of doing it. None is right or wrong. Probably in church they did the longer phrases and not the short one. But anyway, this works too. So now, if you want to go and look into the notation of it, well, it's broken up. The blue group has the melody first, and then the red one has the melody. So we're alternating. But the other group is embellishing the melody a little bit. So let's sing with the group one. We say, oh, we want to hang out on that melody. We want to embellish the melody. We don't want to sing everything. Row, row, row. And then we want to finish the melody. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And then the other people that were going with us, they get inspired and they say, okay, they are finished hanging out, then I'll hang out. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Dream, maybe we say at the end. Let's try that. So ladies, we are blue, gentlemen, you're red. So gentlemen, you hang out on the row, and then ladies, we hang out on the stream. Let's try that together. And row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Okay, that is called heterophony, meaning we have really only one melody, but we start to vary it a little bit. There are several different forms of heterophony. That's the birth of polyphony. So we kind of sing a melody, but we start to invent things with it. And we'll see that later in real music. Let's see if it wants to. So now we have really what you all were thinking all along. is she doing, is really around, right? So we can do several different groups. Gentlemen, you can be right now. Ladies, we just come in a little later. And we're the blue people. We come in after the boat. Ready, gentlemen? And
row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
but if you look at this as a score, it starts to look kind of complicated. Nobody probably ever writes these things down. It's a crazy thing. If you want to press the next button, then you will see something even more complicated. Goodness. This is just adding more voices to the round. So we'll do 4 groups. So here's the group 1, there's the group 2, then there's the group 3, and there's the group 4. Will that work? I'll sing with the group 4. Okay, here we go. Ready, group 1? You have different colors, you see? You can finish however you want. If you don't finish it right. Ready? 1. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Gently down the stream. Gently down the stream. Gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So there we go. Yay! Good job. You sound fantastic. So of course this melody lends itself to that, but I want you to draw your attention onto the second line. You see now it's written in 2 lines because there were just too many voices for one. And look at the words that we have in the second measure there, in the second box, if you don't read music. We have life, we have merrily, we have gently, and we have row. So we have 4 different texts going on at the same time. If you did not know the words and you were coming into the room at that moment, you would not be able to really understand what are they singing. What are they singing about? Row, mare, gen, life, all of that together. Bear that in mind because this will have significance a little bit later in the talk. Next. So now here's another technique of polyphony that developed, which is I talked a little bit about in the beginning that if you don't read a bass clef, the second line there is what the range that the men sing in. They sing in the low octave. The women sing where the red voice is, that's the melody that we all know. And then either, well, in those times there would have been high male voices, they would have sung a middle voice. If you know about music, the interval that was mostly used for that was a fourth. And it goes very parallel. And let's try this. If enough women sing the melody, Pat and I can sing that fourth underneath and we'll make it hurt. So ready, row. You guys just sing the melody and we sing row, 2, and
row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Gets a little low in our voices. But you see there are 2 concepts. Actually, the organum was a little bit the previous one where we held the long notes, like in an organ, when you put the foot on a pedal and then you have it running and you have a long note. And FAUXBOURDON having a false bass, because it's not a real bass, it's just the same melody. So those were techniques. The real FAUXBOURDON technique became a very elaborate technique and started to mix things up. It wasn't all the time parallel.